Hello students, myself Shalini ma'am, and here we are going to discuss in this small video about how to prepare for CSIR UGC NET Life Science. This is just a guide to all of you, all the NET aspirants who are eagerly waiting for their preparation and their good result in NET exam. Although we all know that NET exam, the question pattern, everything comes within from our BSc and MSc syllabus only, but still we find it very difficult to crack NET. So here I am to help you, to support you with your continuous effort. I will just give you some small tips, some small idea how to crack NET and which portions you have to cover. So here I have the modules which are very important. We know that there are 13 modules in NET exam and the time for preparation is only 6 months. So because we know in a year annually there are 2 NET exam, one is in June and another is in December. Therefore it is very difficult for students to figure out which modules to study and which to not to study, and moreover the problem lies it is very difficult to cover all the 13 modules. So here is my first suggestion. You people should always keep in mind that it is not possible to study all the module, but you should highlight some of them. Some of them you should give most importance. Among them the module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 8, 10, 11 and 13. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13. So if you do 10 modules or if you do 9 modules, that is more than enough for the preparation. The most important modules you should not at all skip are module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5, module 8, module 10 and module 13. These are the most important modules. Most of the questions come from these modules only. If you check the weightage, if you see the questions of the last 5 years, you will find that the most of the questions come from the module 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 and 13. So here I will discuss some of the portion which you should study during this, and the recommended books are also there. So first module is all about, there are so many subparts, but I will only tell you to highlight only these portions, not the all. Among them enzyme is the most important. Don't skip enzyme. You will also study the conformation of protein, Ramachandran plot, because most of the time question comes from it. Always study all the metabolic pathways, because metabolic pathways are important, and in which cellular organelle which steps are going on, that is very important. Metabolic pathways are very important for both part B and part C. Now in the cellular organization, I have merged 2 modules here, cellular organization and cell communication. I'm sorry, in the last one, I forgot to tell you the book which was recommended for the this module, which is molecule and interaction relevant to biology. You should follow Lehinger Principle of Biochemistry and Lippincotts Illustrated Reviews of Biochemistry. And for this module, which is cellular organization and cell communication and cell signaling, I will suggest my students to study from molecular biology Lodish or cell and molecular approach Cooper, or you can also follow Bruce Albert's molecular biology. The main topic, there are so many topics to study, but I will make it shorter. You should always give importance to membrane structure and function, organization of gene and chromosome, cell division and cell cycle, cell signaling, cell-to-cell communication, cancer and immune system. These are the important parts which you should always follow. Coming to the fundamental process, here all the central dogma, and it is very important. Please don't skip this and please study it with all details for part B and also for part C. This is very important part, and please study from Watson and Weaver. And I will suggest my students to study more importantly the eukaryotic system of replication, transcription, translation, and post-translational and post-transcriptional processing. These are from eukaryotes background. You should study much more, and also study in a comparative mode between the differences in their machineries in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, how the antibiotics are interfering in the paths, in which antibiotic is interfering in which pathway. These are very important for this part. And also you study the operon system. Operon system is very important. All these portions you will study from Weaver and Watson. Next, coming to another very important part for life science students, that is developmental biology. And developmental biology, some portions are very important like potency, commitment, specification, induction, competence. This portion is particularly I am telling for part B. And for part C, very important topics are axis specification in Drosophila, valva formation in C. elegans, and also very important is plant development, floral development in plant. These portions are very much important. Sex determination, these are for part C mainly. Mainly you limb development, axis specification in Drosophila, and C. elegans, valva development, the eye induction. These are very important, and almost all year these questions come. Now coming to, there are two system biology, plant and animal. You can choose according to your convenience. I choose system biology, plant. So among them, we should study this from Tays and Zeiger. I forgot to tell you developmental biology, you should study from Gilbert. 9th edition is better, I think. And system biology, plant, you will study from Tays and Zeiger. Here are the topics: photosynthesis, respiration, nitrogen metabolism, plant hormone, sensory photobiology, and secondary metabolites. From these mainly the question comes. Just the pathways for photosynthesis, the cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation, CAM, C2, C3, C4 pathways, then examples of the plants which perform these. In photorespiration, the amount of ATP synthesis, electron transport system, oxidative phosphorylation, these are very important. Then coming to nitrogen fixation, the NOD gene, nodule formation, this is very important. Nitrifying, denitrifying, aminification, these are all important. Plant hormones, name, their biosynthesis, their cell signaling mechanism, these are very important. In sensory biophysiology, you have to study phytochrome, cryptochrome, phototropin, photoperiodism, that we know that two types of plants are there. One flowers in red light, another in far red light. So this you will study. Secondary metabolite, particularly terpenes, examples, phenols, nitrogenous compounds, example, their biosynthesis and their importance. You have to study. All are very beautifully explained in Tays and Zeiger. Please go through it. Inheritance biology is another very important module for CSIR NET, and this basically you should have a clear concept about these portions. I will suggest Griffith and Strickberger genetics for clearing. Also you can study from Russell's I genetics. So coming to Mendelian principle, dominance, segregation, this is from very early childhood thing, but the concept should be clear. Concept of gene and allele, then these codominance, incomplete dominance, gene mapping, of course 3-point crossing, and also bacterial genetics, sums, tetrad analysis, sums are very important. Extra chromosomal inheritance, nowadays there is a very good trend of getting questions from cytoplasmic inheritance, maternal inheritance, these are important. Microbial genetics, the interrupted mating system and mapping is very important. And conjugation, transduction, sums, these are important. Human genetics, pedigree analysis, karyotype, genetic disorder. Pedigree is very, very important. Each year pedigree comes. Population genetics, Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, very important. Mutation, you have to study the mutagens and how these mutagens act. That is important. What is nonsense mutation? What is missense mutation? What is silent mutation? what is frame shift mutation, you should know properly, and how which mutation causes what problem, what is deletion, what is insertion, what is point mutation, what is transition, transversion. These things should be clear. And what in recombination, we should know homologous and non-homologous recombination. Here one thing also I want to mention, I told you in MolBio DNA replication, transcription, translation to study. Along with, you should also study the DNA repair mechanism. That is important. Now coming to ecology, which is another important module. Ecology book I have not written here, but ecology you will study from any ecology book like Peter Stilling or Smith, or you can, Eclipse Miller. You are convenient with what? Those books are important, but the parts which you have to cover are habitat niche, population ecology, species interaction, community ecology, ecological succession, and ecosystem ecology. From ecology, many sums come. Especially sums come from exponential growth, logistic growth, life table, survivorship curve. Then the sums come from capture, recapture technique, and Lotka-Volterra model, island biogeography. These are very hot topics, and also behavioral ecology from kin selection, all tourism. These are very important. Coefficient of relatedness, how to calculate these, you should go through. Methods in biology is another important module because most of the techniques are explained here. Particularly, I have highlighted here the MolBio techniques. Here, isolation and purification of DNA, analysis of RNA, molecular cloning, and cDNA, all the vectors which are used, cosmid, phage vector, BAC and YAC, protein sequencing, DNA sequencing. These are very, very important. And please study the newer concept like next-gen sequencing, shotgun sequencing. These are very important because nowadays people will give, there is a COVID-19 outbreak, and how this COVID-19 is being identified, that is because of RT-PCR and also sequencing mechanism. So that is why sequencing is a hot topic for this year's NET. And also some biophysical techniques, spectroscopy, NMR, mass spectroscopy, spectrometry, these you should study. Now I'm showing you a study plan. Often people get confused how to study. So there is a 6-month study plan. As you choose your module first you observe the question of 5 years and try to figure out which portions are important, that always comes in NET exam, and among them you get your domain, that I will follow this domain only. Now among them, now get your books. I have recommend the books also, so get your books. Please study from books, because if you start with some notes or something, your concept is remaining unclear. So first you should go through the books, you study from the books, then while you are studying, you make the points written in your copy. You should always keep a notebook or copy with you where you will write the important points. Also, you can make bigger chart and highlight the important points on the chart, so that every day whenever you are looking through it, you can see the important points. Star mark the portions which are very important, and please write notes in your copy. While you are studying first 4 months, you will study according to modules. Suppose you have chosen 8 modules to cover. So in 4 months, you will finish 8 modules. So 2 modules per month. So when you are finishing the module, along with you solve the module wise question answer solving you should do, and always solve the question along with explanation. You should be clear why you have chosen option C, why you have not chosen option B, A and D. So this thing I was telling, that your explanation should be completely clear. And the next thing is, after this is done of 4 months your study, you have already known your all studies are done. The last 2 months is for revision. Now the revision you should do from your notes because there is no time left to study from the books again. That is why I told you to maintain the copy where you will write the important points. This copy will be helpful to your last 2 months. You will study these things from your copy and you will solve as much question as possible, preferably solve from net questions only. And of course solve with explanation. And here you will be very much confident that which domains are your stronger. You will again revise it, reshuffle your things. I think if you follow this way, NET is not that much difficult to crack. So how to crack? During exam there is a target. Although in question it is written that you have to crack 15 answers from part A, 35 from part B and 25 from part C, but I will suggest you to attempt 5 to 10 correct answer from part A, 15 to 20 correct answer from part B and 25 correct answers from part C. Remember, part C is the domain which will help you to crack the NET. So always in a fresh mind, when you are going to NET exam, you should start from part C because part C is analytical. In part C is, I think part C is easier also because if you study the questions in a properly, you can understand that most of the time the hint is written in the question only. So part C should be done in a clear mind. That is why I recommend to start your exam with part C. Then go to part B. Part B, don't neglect part B because part B also helps you to score. And part A, 5 to 10 correct answers you should do. Avoid or minimize attempting the answers which you don't know because please don't let yourself to get negative marks. Wherever you are confident, answer those only. There will be ample options available. Choose wisely. That is important. Here is a meme because we all know NET is a very difficult exam, but I don't think it's difficult, but it is a prestigious exam. So when friend says I will prepare for NET until I pass, हमारे मन में तुम्हारे लिए इज्जत और बढ़ गई. Thank you very much for giving attention to my video, and if you please comment me how do you feel, was it helpful or not, and if you want any kind of module specific discussion, you let me know in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel if you want this kind of videos more, and please give a thumbs up if you like the video. Thank you.